What if the comforting advice columnist you trust with your darkest, most intimate domestic secrets was actually a calculating puppet master using your vulnerabilities to tear your entire life apart? In Freida McFadden's spectacularly twisted psychological thriller, Dear Debbie, the seemingly perfect world of suburban bliss becomes a lethal playground of deception. Debbie is a beloved, highly successful advice columnist known across the country for her warm, insightful, and razor-sharp guidance on marriage, parenting, and family scandals. Millions of readers write to her daily, treating her anonymous inbox like a digital confessional booth. But behind the serene public persona and the comforting smiles lies a deeply unstable, hyper-observant woman with a dark, meticulous agenda. When a series of increasingly frantic and disturbing letters arrive from a desperate housewife trapped in a toxic, wealthy marriage, Debbie doesn't just offer standard advice. She sees the ultimate opportunity to orchestrate a high-stakes game of psychological warfare that will ripple through an entire community. The absolute mastery of this narrative rests on the dual narrative structure and the brilliant slow burn reveals that completely upend the listener's perception of reality. McFadden expertly cuts between the frantic, escalating letters sent by the anonymous housewife and Debbie's cold, calculating internal monologue as she manipulates the situation from behind her computer screen. The banter and interactions between the secondary characters are laced with an undercurrent of paranoia, making everyone look guilty of something. As Debbie's advice begins to push the desperate wife toward increasingly reckless and dangerous choices, the line between helpful guidance and deliberate sabotage completely vanishes. Every single chapter drops a clever clue or a devastating red herring, shifting the dynamic of the plot so rapidly that listeners will be left entirely breathless. Beyond the classic edge-of-your-seat suspense and the addictive domestic drama that has made Freida McFadden a global powerhouse, Dear Debbie carries a fascinating, sharp-edged substance regarding the dangers of digital anonymity and blind trust. The novel beautifully explores the toxic nature of suburban secrets, the lengths to which people will go to maintain a facade of perfection, and the terrifying vulnerability of pouring your heart out to a stranger on the internet. It poses a deeply unsettling question. When you ask for help to escape a nightmare, how do you know you aren't accidentally inviting an even bigger monster into your home? The pacing is an absolute adrenaline shot, building toward a staggering, jaw-dropping twist that Freida McFadden fans have come to obsess over. Supported by a phenomenal layered cast of untrustworthy husbands, competitive neighbors, and suspicious local authorities, this audiobook is an absolute masterclass in psychological tension. The distinct vocal performances perfectly capture the escalating panic of the letters contrasted against the chilling, calm, and collected cadence of Debbie's responses, creating an exceptionally immersive and claustrophobic listening experience. It is a brilliant, twisting thriller that proves the people we turn to for comfort are often the ones we should fear the absolute most. Ultimately, Dear Debbie delivers a spectacular, unforgettable audio experience that will make you think twice before you ever seek advice from a stranger again.